Hello everybody, I'm Lorii Abela, your soulmate expert and Asian matchmaker. Welcome to tonight's episode of Matchmaker Secrets, where we talk about love, dating, and relationships, and of course, matchmaking. So, I like traveling, and obviously, when you're traveling, you never know where you're gonna be meeting somebody new. And so, when I was single, there were some instances like that, and when you think about it, relationships can happen when you are having a vacation. You'll never know. And so sometimes you'll be wondering, oh, okay, look at that. I just lock eyes with somebody who's, good looking and seems like interesting. And then you continue the conversation and it seems like, oh my God, everything is firing here and there. And it feels so magical. And today I'll be sharing to you some practical strategies to turn a vacation spark into something lasting. So, of course, the first thing that you have to remember is that, you have to revisit the connection. What really happened during that vacation, about the vibe that happened. So, you have to reflect and be honest. Is it really something which is gonna be lasting? Is it something real? And so did you actually talk about your values, your goals, and what you want to have in your future? And then, or were you just talking about okay, the water was good and everything was good about this place, and then you were snorkeling and talking about the sunrise and the drinks that you were having. So you have to remember that the best long-distance relationship starts with something which is more on the emotional depth rather than the physical attraction, because physical attraction, as most matchmakers will say, it's not going to be lasting. Because if you are thinking about, okay, lasting relationship, it's more than that, because the physical aspects will deteriorate. Everybody is gonna have the wrinkles, and then the men are gonna have the bald hair, and then the women's breasts are gonna be sagging. So you'll never know what's gonna be in the future for everybody. So much Botox cannot do much for you. It's just gonna be unstoppable. The aging is unstoppable. Finding out, okay, is there a future out there for you? So because it doesn't make sense if they're it's just for fun, and then it's not gonna be something that is gonna be lasting, unless that's something that you just want, a summer fling, as most people will say it. Or are you at that age that, okay, you're really looking for something serious? So the other thing that you should focus on is communicating consistently. So talking is not gonna do you any better. So just make sure that you have a regular communication to revive what happened, and then learn more about each other. So establish a routine that works for you. So if you say okay, let's have a conversation after a certain number of hours, okay, after work or something. So have a regular schedule for that, in order to support your relationship, because otherwise it's not gonna work if you are just gonna be you're drifting in whatever you're doing in your own area. So but of course, I'm not saying that, okay, you have to keep on chatting 24 hours and 7 days a week. So it's gonna be suffocating each other. So I've seen that happen with somebody that I've met, who actually married after these long distance relationships. But the difference between them and what I'm saying about right now is that this couple who got married, they already know each other before. So they were previously in a relationship before when they were still young, and so they just found each other again. Both of them were free, and then okay, they found each other again, so they start the long distance relationship. But sooner or later they realized, okay, they're really meant for each other, because they went out of their comfort zone in order to figure out, okay, how can we make these things work. There's so much technology right now, so you have to be able to use whatever is possible in order to have that conversation. You either do FaceTime, or have a voice messages done, or even share photo albums. And I realized, you know, during the COVID season, there were some people who were actually like interacting with each other. They're having margarita nights or whatever drinks they have, or they were actually like having some games together, like, you know, to have more spice in their relationship so that they can actually be bonded much more. Because like all of them is going to be virtual dates while you are away from each other. It's always also nice that, you know, you realize, okay, you can still spend time together. And then you can even watch Netflix together and then like, you know, exchange, okay, what was your take on that? So it's always a good opportunity in order to reconnect with each other, especially during the weekends, because like, you know, most of the people are busy, and so like that's you know, basically the time that you should connect. But you have to remember that you have to also establish set short and long-term goals. So you have to ask, when are we going to see each other? So for this couple that I was telling you about, they have to actually like, you know, fly. Both of them were originally from Germany, and so like, you know, the guy was in Germany and then the woman from Chicago, and so I think every month they have, you know, one of them has to travel to the other person. So yeah, it was a commitment. So I would imagine they have earned so much mileage. Be clear like who is going to be traveling when, and then like hopefully your calendars are working together so that also with work, you know, you can make things happen. So of course, you have to remember, like, you know, is somebody willing to travel permanently and stay and relocate for that particular situation where the other person is. So, because like, it's another questionable thing, like to have a long distance relationship forever. There's no such thing as like that, unless like, you know, you have actually decided that's it for you, because like you're, you know, focus on such and such, but you know, you can only make travels for your relationship. I think like it's not for everybody, but I've seen it work. So I've seen, you know, a couple before, like the woman is from Huffman Estates and then the guy is from Australia. They're married, but you know, they made it work. So because that's their way of being. So they're happy, like, you know, having a lot of time for themselves, but when they're together, they're so happy because, like, you know, that's what they really want. So figure out how long do you want to have this kind of relationships. Like, you know, if it's not going to be something that you are looking forward to, how long are you going to be keeping the relationship? Because like once the chemistry disappears, then like it's going to be difficult, because you have to make a decision. Okay, this is the deadline that I'm going to keep this relationship going. Be intentional about it. And then the other thing is that you have to keep the romance alive. So surprise them with some gifts, like, you know, maybe call flowers.com in order to make a surprise for that particular person. And then like you have to remember also birthdays as particular, especially for the women. They want to be remembered during their birthday. And so you have to even probably when you meet each other, like you have to cook each other some dish or watch some videos of your trips, because it's always nice to have some memorabilia to keep for the other person. And don't just, you know, do just some check-ins like, okay, I'm here, I'm home, and then like you don't really have any more conversation. Just make sure that, you know, the relationship is alive. And then the next one is like, you know, you have to embrace the challenges and talk about them. Because obviously you're wondering, okay, like, you know, I only see you once in a month. So how are you going to be able to work on this thing together? You have to find a way in order to figure out, okay, maybe like, you know, one of you is a jealous type. So how do you fight loneliness? And so also sometimes there's a problem with you know, miscommunication. So those are the things that can arise when you are having this relationship, which is not usual because like you're far away. So you don't have to be suppressing your frustrations. You have to voice it out, because like, you know, communication is very important. And so you have to be vulnerable in order to have an understanding among you both. And so also acknowledge that it's a team effort to have a long distance relationship, and emotional honesty is the glue in order to keep your relationship going. Next one is that meet in the real world is not just in a fantasy. So vacation versus it's a different version of yourself. So what does it look like when you are not anymore in the vacation mode? So make plans in order to have a real environment that you're together, spend a weekend with each other's hometown, because like you'll learn more about them when you are actually physically with them. Meet their parents, or like meet whoever, their friends, because it's superficial if you're just talking to each other all the time. So you're not really getting to know the person, like who is this person really. And you're not dating the vacation version. You're dating actually the real person already. So vacation romances can actually be, exciting, but at the same time, like, it sounds like a dream as well. But, if you are really like serious about this person that you're looking for, it takes effort. So be intentional, figure out what you want, and then communicate heavily or deeply, I should say, with each other. And distance is a test. So find out like how can you actually make things work. I'm not saying that this long distance relationship is not going to work, but if you are really serious about it, it can work as long as you're working and doing some teamwork together with each other. So for those people who are single and wondering how to navigate love, just give us a howler. And if you have a relationship which has been existing for a long time, maybe you've been married like 25, 30, or 40 years old, 40 years of marriage, so maybe you still have some also nuggets to share with us. Or if you're an expert in love, dating, and relationship, we want to have you over here. Give us a howler. And that's it for now. I hope that you had a good day ahead of you, and we'll see you soon. You take care.